hi, hello again. It's me, Amy the Baker, back and greasy as ever with another video. Today I'm making milk buns and brownies. I was debating what to get ready before I started filming because Bubba's down there chilling. We just had a 2-hour nap. Big yawn from someone who just slept so long. We'll see how the rest of the day goes. Yeah, I'm making brownies because I have these from last Easter, not the Easter that just happened, the Easter before, but they're not expired yet actually, which just shows you how many chemicals are in chocolate. When did they expire? Best before 11/2024, so November 2024, but I'm gonna use them up now. And I also have all of these hot cocoa powders, so I'm not gonna use all of them, but I am going to replace some of the sugar in the brownie recipe with these, and we'll see how it turns out. But first, I'm gonna start on milk buns. Should I use breast milk in them? 350 for the brownies. Because Bubba's eating solid foods now, his poops have started to be stinky, which is just lovely. He's also getting that started eating solids but hasn't started crawling or walking chub, so he's just the most adorable. I mean, he was always the most adorable, but now he's like extra the most adorable. Yeah, I'm talking about you. There we go. Put it right in front of me. Okay. So I don't know if I'm just delusional.
This is Drampton. Yeah, they're both the same.
So the last video I filmed and released, actually, I bumped it up because I thought it would do well. Spoiler alert, it didn't. It actually, my views have declined since my peak of 40 views on the one video. I was gonna marry these.
Oh, they're married.
I don't even see anything I'm doing. People are just angry with the man versus bear thing. Just not at all getting the point. And not all men. Lots of men get it. It's just startling, I guess, to see, especially on Facebook. But Facebook is known to be a cesspool, so I shouldn't be surprised. I like to live in a world and have this belief that there is a strong middle ground that we can all stand on together against our true oppressors, the rich. I still need that sugar. Oh, let's put it over there. Sometimes I wonder, and sometimes I lose hope for humanity because we're so stuck fighting each other. The people that we should be fighting, half of them, we don't even know their names. More than half, probably. And there's always something to distract us and something to squabble about. And I sometimes think if more people lived like me, the world would be a better place. I have a pretty low carbon footprint, but the average person does have a low carbon footprint in general because we're not taking private jets places.
7 grams of salt.
These milk buns, super easy if you have a mixer anyways. I mean, you can still do them without a mixer. It's just more elbow grease by kneading.
227 grams of milk, 30 grams of butter, 1 egg, 418 all-purpose flour, 50 grams of sugar, 7 grams of salt, 12 grams of yeast.
How much butter did I need?
30 grams of butter.
Another thing I have to remember with the middle ground that we all stand on is we all have different middle grounds with each other. There are things and concessions that certain people will make that others won't. And to find the middle ground that the collective stands on, now that's a task. That is, I can't do it. When I'm speaking with individuals, I can see where they're coming from, understand their level of understanding of certain issues and meet them there. But it's a lot of work and I don't expect anybody to do that. This is a really simple brownie recipe that even if you just have cheap ingredients, it turns out pretty okay.
It's half a cup of butter, 1 cup of sugar, 2 eggs, 1/4 cup of cocoa, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, half a cup of flour, and half a teaspoon of baking powder.
I don't mind handling butter with my hands, but the only thing I hate about it is washing my hands because until the water is hot, the butter like coats your fingers. Ugh, makes my skin crawl. With the brownies, I'm melting the butter, and then I'm gonna mix that with the sugar and the cocoa powder. Well, I'm gonna mix the sugar and the cocoa powder first, add in the melted butter, then the egg, then the vanilla, then the dry ingredients, and I'm just cutting these up to have chunks. Man, do I feel like a bad mom. Oh, the yeast is yeasting. I'm gonna cut these up, set them aside, and then get that mixed. My partner just sharpened this knife. Maybe I shouldn't use it. Leave the sharp knife for the sharp knife uses. Use a dull knife for roughly chopping hard things. I don't know. Am I delusional for thinking that the world could be a better place? That we could all get along? That we don't need to comment on things that upset us? That we can mind our own business and understand that different people have different opinions and that's okay? If it is a differing opinion that you don't think is okay, give them grace on both sides. I don't know, that's a bit too idealistic, I think. I mean, look at protests and riots and wars. I feel like a bad person sometimes because I had a kid. What if the world is fine? What if things resolve, or we fight climate change effectively and then 30 years from now I didn't have a kid and I regret it? I don't know. He's here now, so like obviously not much that I can do about it except for do my part to make the world a better place. Hit him with that Mickey drip. Mickey on a motorbike. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Mickey on a motorbike, brother. Look, he's the best sitter. Bubba, you're awesome. Ooh. Okay, what am I doing? Getting this bread mix. Ugh. Work up the butter. I could have done that a better way, but it'll be fine. The best practice would have been to let it
Start to come together, add the egg, let it fully come together, and then add the butter a little bit at a time.
Because the earlier you add the butter, the more the gluten strands are going to be coated by that oil. But I'm doing it in a mixer anyways, so it's not like I'm having to knead it to develop the gluten.
Okay, actually I don't need that bowl. I do need this bowl. Put this away.
When you work in industry, you have to do 2 to 4 things at a time, at all times, just to keep up with the demand. Pastry is very high in labor costs because everything is very labor intensive. You know, cooking, you have your prep, but it's mostly online doing the cooking. So the prep is like 25% and then the cooking is 75%. Whereas pastry, the prep is 90% of it, and then the execution, whether that be sales or if you are doing plated desserts like I did. If you're doing plated desserts like I did, that's, you know, 15 to 20% of the labor involved. Oh. Wait, does this have little marshmallow? Well, whatever. We shall see. You know what I'm gonna do? Chaos cooking. This is too much to add, but I haven't mixed anything into this yet, thankfully. Sorry. My videos are like sensory overload. My life is sensory overload, so join the club. Stop complaining. You don't have to deal with it 24/7. Just the 15 minutes that you're watching my video. And you better watch all 15 minutes. My YouTube view duration is only like 1.5 to 2 minutes. What the heck? I'm trying to be interesting for you. I know that we've established I'm boring, but I'm trying, okay? Not very much cocoa left in this. We're just gonna add it all. Basically a 1/4 cup. I'm just doing the window test, and we are where I want it to be. I don't know if I'll end up using all of that chocolate because this brownie recipe is not very large, unlike your mama. Do you remember your mama jokes? Do kids still make your mama jokes? Ooh, look at that dough ball. Give it a spray. Wrap it. I should have done 2 pieces of cling wrap, saran wrap, whatever you want to call it. But I'm just going to use a towel instead. And then put it in a warm place and let it double. In the meanwhile, did that make you angry, me saying in the meanwhile? Yeah, there's little marshmallows in this. It's chocolate. It'll still taste good, I'm sure.
I love coffee, and coffee loves me.
Get out of the way.
Tomorrow, I love you tomorrow, you're only a day away.
A hack for getting parchment into square or rectangle things, honestly, is get the piece bigger than the edges, and then you just cut diagonally into the corners, and then it fits so well, and you don't have to fuss with it.
Half a cup of flour.
And a little bit of salt. I don't actually think there's salt written in the recipe, but we're gonna add some.
Where did I put my salt?
Oh. I don't know, like 2 grams. Okay.
Butter, sugar, eggs. I need baking powder.
Again, if baking's a science, then I am a mad scientist. Mixy mix. Oh. Add this. Oh, really? 1 egg. I am going to be, hopefully, making a Mother's Day bonus video that I will hopefully release on Mother's Day, but it might be slightly after. Oh, are you done in there, honey? Yeah, I definitely am not going to use all of that chocolate. Oh, this smells freaking good because of that hot cocoa mix. Yeah, that looks good. Mix until it comes together. Batter. Oh, thank you for helping. When he's able to stand, I want to get him one of those kitchen doodad thingy standers so he can stand with me. I'll make him do dishes. Maybe I can make him love dishes and then I'll never have to do them again. Okay, these are going to take anywhere from half an hour to 50 minutes depending on your oven. I probably won't be back for a taste test of the buns, but I might be back for the shaping. We'll see. I will be back for a taste test of these either later today, probably not, but tomorrow for sure. Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll be seeing you again right now. We're back. Hi. Oh, let's not. I filmed shaping the buns, but I don't know if I said anything that I really care about or think is funny or cool, so I might just cut that out entirely. I was nap trapped and I overproofed the buns. They tasted good and the crumb structure wasn't horrible, but they were definitely flat. The brownies turned out really well. Whoa, what do you think of that, Bubster? I was so tired filming yesterday, and yesterday and today both have just been so chaotic. Is that good? I'm gonna eat it. This morning I was putting breast milk into a storage bag and I hear Pickle starting to puke, and I look up and he's literally puking right beside where Bubba was laying, like within arm's reach. Ooh, ah. And so I freaking had to dash over and move Bubba and then clean up the puke, and then I look over and he must have puked sometime yesterday or last night too, because there was a really crusty little piece. Look at these Batman overalls that I thrifted. They're still too big, but he looks really cute and swag in them. Oh yeah, Batman, Batman. I don't know. I just want the world to be a better place than it is. And I want people to be understanding and kind and cooperative. And I think in general we are, but we've been put into this circus of capitalism that we were never meant to be in. There's forgivable and unforgivable things. 90% of the time when we're canceling people, it's for forgivable things. We should be using the energy that we use to fight about stupid semantic bullshit. Pardon my language. We should use that to fight the government. No one should ever have to go without for other people to have abundance. It's a failed system and we should burn it to the ground. But that's enough political talk for one day. One video. I hope you enjoyed if you watched this far. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys again in the next one. Peace.
Oh my.